Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Kristen with Monarch Plans, and today I will be doing a plan with me. This plan with me is a little bit special because it is in my memory planner. I use the medium-sized Passion Planner for my memory planner. I absolutely love it. For some reason, it feels really easy for me to plan and like memory plan in this planner. So what I will do is I will flip to the correct week really quickly. And I have some leftover stickers in here from last week. So this past week, here's my memory planner. And so I have this blank slate here. I am super excited. I usually do my memory planning like all in one evening, and then I'll finish it up like during the weekend and really finish on like Sunday or sometime during the next week, just filling in some of the stuff I did on the weekend. But I like to try and do like the bulk of my week on like Friday or Saturday. So I've had a ton of requests from people, especially after seeing this past week's memory planner spread, regarding how I do my memory planning. And really, I'm still practicing. I'm not an expert at all. A lot of my spreads I end up really kind of like not liking sometimes. So I sometimes don't share the ones that are mainly like practice for me. But there's some that I do end up enjoying. I did really like this one. I liked that it was a little bit less filled in than some. Like for example, let's see, there was one a while ago that I shared. So there's this one. And you can see I didn't leave a whole lot of white space in my week. So I really did like this one because it did have a lot of white space. So what I will be doing is I will be filling out this week, setting everything up, and then you guys can kind of see what my process looks like. It is a little bit intimidating at first, especially finding stickers that match each other. That is my biggest thing. My biggest challenge is really finding things that match and really deciding on like a theme for the week. So what I usually do is I will first make a list of all the stuff that has happened over the week. So I have a good idea of like how busy my week was and what types of things I want to keep track of. If the week was really busy and there's a lot of stuff, then I don't need as many stickers. If it was not a super busy week and there's not a whole lot for me to say, I probably need a little bit more decoration. So I'll make a list of all the things that have gone on over the past week that I do want to include in my spread. And then from there, I'll find stickers that match kind of how the week was or match the season or, you know, anything like that. So what I like to do though, and kind of the easiest thing and the easiest way to start in my opinion, is getting like sticker books that match each other. So one really good option is from the Happy Planner. These color story sticker books are really, really great because they have essentially pages that match one another. And so let me show you a really like cute one that's pretty obvious what the theme is. So you can see that it starts on this page and it's like a kind of like a beachy theme, and then it matches for multiple pages. So there's a bunch of different things you can use to decorate. There's like full boxes, there's check boxes, there's everything like that. And then there's just more decoration, and then that's it. So there's about like 5 or 6 pages here that you can use to decorate your spread. And then here's like a whole different theme. So you can see it's like very colorful, very bright, everything like that. So these sticker books are amazing because they pretty much have like 5 pages that match, and then 5 pages of a whole different theme that matches, and so on and so forth. Another good one is like the seasonal stickers from Happy Planner. Those are really great because mostly they're all the same theme or they match really closely. So those are really nice and easy. What I used last week is I used a combination of the stickers that I got in the Erin Condren seasonal surprise box, which are all like the purple silver leaves. And then I just used Erin Condren labels and found colors of purple. Like I didn't even match them very closely, but it just worked together. So that's another option, is you just choose like a color or choose like a foil color or whatever you want to do and just run with that. And that's another way to do it. So let me just get started. I did choose a sticker sheet or a couple sticker sheets from this book here. And let me show you what I chose. I'm just trying to find it really quickly. So it's like this oil watercolor type looking thing. There's multiple pages of it, so I'm really excited to use it. And you can see there are multiple pages. So that's it for that. And so what I'll usually do next is I will take a look at the stickers I would like to use, and I will find washi tape that matches. So I have these rings of plain washi tape that I got off Amazon. There's a bunch of different colors, anything you could really want. And so I just found a couple that I think are ones that match my spread or what I would like to have in my spread. So I just looked through here and found a couple different colors. I got this dark blue that matches like the blues, and then I have this green, it's like a teal green that matches the greens. And I'll use these to just kind of accentuate like the top and these and cover up these black spots. So what I'll do is I will get started and put the washi down, and then I will start putting down some of the stickers and some of the labels for this week. Okay, so you can see here that I got the washi down, and there's sometimes when the washi doesn't stick very well, but I can go back through with like a little permanent tape thing and stick it down. So I'm not too worried about like if some of the washi doesn't stick too well. It's mainly just because I like handle it with my fingers, and I think just like the oils from my fingers get onto it and make the sticky stuff not as sticky. So what I did is I used my regular little washi tapes here for the top and to cover up this side. And then I realized that there were a couple little strips of washi included in the sticker sheet. They weren't big enough to fit across the whole thing, but they were big enough to fit on this side. And so I wanted to include that just because it brings like the design from the stickers down a little bit into this bottom section. So what I will usually do is I'll take a look and include any like quotes and stuff like that over here on this side, just anything that I want to use to like decorate or whatever. A lot of times what's really nice is these full boxes fit perfectly in like this section here. So what I'll do a lot of times is I'll choose just like a full box. I think I'll use this one because this really speaks to me for this past week. Go with the flow. There was just a lot of stuff going on that I don't know, a lot of stuff at work. Work was super busy, a lot of last minute stuff. So it was definitely a week to go with the flow. So what I will do is I will just stick this in here in this box. It's not necessarily like the right width, but it's definitely the right height. So I try to just get it in the middle and then stick it here. It's not super duper straight, but that is okay. And then the other thing I do is I try to put like a quote that really speaks to me up here at the top for this week's focus. So I'm just flipping through my sticker book thing to see if there are any quotes included that might be good for that section. So let's see. I think I will use, there's this little quote, little see-through gold quote says, "Don't follow your dreams, chase them." And I really like that because this past week I've really been trying to focus a little bit more on like what I want in terms of like my Etsy shop and my social media and everything like that. So I think that really does speak to me for this past week. The other thing I'm going to do is I printed out some pictures from my Sprocket. So you can see here that I used a couple sheets. I just used the collage function to put 2 pictures per sheet. So this would be like 1 sheet from the Sprocket. I printed some pictures from this past week. The first is of some pictures from my family day on Monday. I took the day off and spent it with my sister. So we have some pictures here. And then I have a couple pictures of my Power Sheets planner, which I was able to review, and I really enjoyed that process, and I really loved launch day. It was a really fun day. So I would like to put some pictures of launch day on Wednesday. So what I try to do is put in some pictures first, and then from there I can design around that. And let me take a quick look at last week. Yeah, so I will post, or I'll put a couple pictures on Monday and then on Wednesday, and then from there I don't really have any other pictures for the week. So let me put in the pictures for Monday. Okay, so there are those. I don't mind that they overlap just because I don't have anything really going on Tuesday. Wednesday was Power Sheets launch, and what I might do is I might just put in one of the sheets, or one of the pictures, because I don't think I necessarily want to have like 4 pictures on this side of the page and like none on this side. So I will just do one actually. Let me get this off the backing, and what I'll probably do is just line them up a little bit into Tuesday again. And maybe what I'll do also is let me quickly cut a little tiny bit off the side. Probably won't be very straight, but that's okay. Stick that in. Okay, so that is perfect. I love having pictures in my memory planner, just to like remember things, like big things that happened. So what I'm going to do now is I'm taking a look at what I have here in terms of stickers, and I think that I don't have a whole lot, like I mentioned, going on Tuesday, but I think I will put in, let's see. And it's just a lot of like going back and forth and looking at things and seeing like what fits where. Really, that's like the biggest thing for memory planning, is really just taking a look at the stickers you have, taking a look at the things that you did in the past week or so, and figuring out like what will go where. And Tuesday was like, quite honestly, a very busy work day for me. So there's really not a lot else for me to say that week or that day other than like, hey, I worked like all day. I think the other thing is that like we noticed that they put in plumbing at our house. I think that's really the big thing. I think I will put in a sticker here that says get to work. It's kind of perfect. I'll put it up here. I know it's going to overlap Wednesday, but also Wednesday was another really busy work day for me. So that is okay with me. I might write a little bit in here about work. And then the other thing that I wanted to put in, like I just mentioned, was that they put plumbing in. So I have this little today sticker, and I will probably just put in down here that they dropped in plumbing. So then I'll just write down here and say like, you know, this is what they did. Wednesday was a pretty heavy work day, so there wasn't a whole lot going on. One thing that I did do is I finished a book that evening. So what I'll do is I'm going to put a little label on the bottom here that says like finished a book. And so that was kind of nice that I had some time to read that afternoon and evening. And then we get into this side of the page. And so I'm not writing anything in yet in terms of like narrative of what we did, but I am going to work on this page first, and then I'll go back through and do this side. The other thing to mention is a lot of times down here, I'll do like a little bit of maybe journaling or just kind of an overview of the week and say like how the week went. There's a few times like here, I said this week was a good week, blah, blah, blah. So I try to do that, use the lines to really notate, you know, like how was this week? What are the big things that happened? You know, like were there any challenges? All that stuff. So in terms of that, I try to also kind of decorate down here, and because I don't need this entire spot for my like journaling. So there's a lot of full boxes included with this sticker sheet. And so what I think I'll do is include a full box in here, and I'll put it here. I'm just doing this because I just remembered I wanted to put a full box down here. So I wanted to use it and pick the one I wanted before I used it somewhere else. So there is that. I really like that, and I feel like it pulls like this bluish purple color down here. The other thing I'm going to do is I think I will mark off. This entire day was spent doing interviews for work. So I have these fun like clear watercolor looking things, and I think I'll like mark off a chunk of the day that I was doing interviews. So it was up until about like 4 o'clock. It's kind of nice. We didn't start so early in the morning, but we did start in the morning. So let me see if there's like some type of label that I can use. So there's this pink label here, and I think I'll just put it right here, and I'll put in like interviews, and so that will notate kind of like this whole section. And then the other thing I wanted to put in was that I was able to go out to lunch with my coworkers, and that was really nice because I haven't seen them, like actually seen them in person for months, like since March. I've only seen one of my coworkers, my boss, and that was just like because I went into the office for a second. So I am going to put in here that we were able to go out to lunch while we had a little break from our interviews. So that was just really nice to catch up. Other than that, Friday, I think I will put a full box in because I didn't have a whole lot going on Friday. I had like a little appointment in the morning, and then other than that, there wasn't a whole lot going on. What I will do really quickly is I'll put like a little weekend sticker, just to notate that it's the weekend. It says love the weekend. And I'm trying to decide if I put it up here. I guess I will put it up here. And so hopefully you kind of see like my process. I kind of like work my way across the week. You know, it's not super organized. I don't always have a plan for where I'm gonna put things. A lot of it is just like figuring out where to put stuff, where it's gonna fit, what I wanna write, all of that stuff. So there isn't like a huge strategy for this. It's just kind of decorating around what I know I want to write about, and then figuring out like the stickers that match. So that's kind of the hardest part, is really like determining exactly what needs to go where and making sure that the things fit that need to fit. So what I think I will do is I have a couple different full boxes that are possibilities for Friday, and I think I will put in the You Are Enough one, or maybe I'll do the You Are Magic one. So it's hard to tell. I might do a couple full boxes because I don't have a whole lot of stuff for the weekend, and I also kind of want to balance out the fact that I did like pictures over here. So I'll do You Are Enough right here. And this upper portion will be to just talk about what I did on Friday. Saturday, I think I'm gonna put like a larger box, maybe that takes up more of the space, and I kind of want to do a little bit of journaling. There's just a lot of things on my mind right now, so I love writing down like little blurbs about what is in my mind, because I think when I look back on these spreads, it'll be interesting to not just see like what we did, but also see kind of like a glimpse into like what I was thinking on certain days. So let me do that. It's just gonna be like a really brief little like journaling thing here. I might start it a little bit lower so there's room if I need to put anything above. Or I guess I'll move it up. I totally didn't think it was gonna reach all the way to the bottom. Okay, so I think that that's a lot better. So there is that. Trying to think if there's anything else. I think I mentioned I want to do another full box over here. So let me see. think there was one up here, and I'm just like, again, flipping through my little sticker book. There's one that says "You are magic," and I think that that is something fun to just have in the back of my mind, like as I finish up Sunday, because sometimes I get a little bit down on Sundays knowing that like it's back to the grindstone on Monday for work, especially because I know that like this next week is going to be a little bit tough in terms of like meetings and stuff. So I need a little bit of extra reminder that I am doing okay. Other than that, let's see if there is anything else I'd like to add in terms of like decoration or quotes or anything like that. Down here is usually like more of a quote section. You know, I kind of use it to decorate a little bit more and just add in some like inspirational stuff. So what I think I'll do is, let's see, I'm trying to see if there's any place kind of like this little quote thing. It says work hard and be nice, but I think I'll put it over here between Tuesday and Wednesday. I know it's kind of random, but it's always kind of nice to like have things that span 2 days. It's just like little decor. And then let's see, like I mentioned, I think there'll be some stuff I can use here. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna use, I have more of this and I might put that like across the bottom just to add like a little pizzazz. I don't know. So let's do this and I'll just be like right across the bottom here. I have another one. See, so you can totally see it's like, you know, bunch of like, oh, where's their empty space? What else, like what other stickers do I have? It's a lot of just kind of like looking to see what you have and filling in the spaces with like whatever you have. So I think a lot of people think that like for memory planning, you have to like really figure out what exactly you want things to look like. And I mean, honestly, there are some spreads that I like a lot more than others because they just work out better. But in general, like I don't really plan things ahead that much. So, I mean, I always run the risk of not liking what I put together, but I think that's just part of learning how to memory plan better and knowing what I like. So I know that hopefully next year I'll be better at this and my spreads will look better and I'll be happier with them and all that stuff. So let's see what else. There's like a couple more stickers that I think I would like to put in. There's like a don't stress, do your best and forget the rest. And I think that'll go really well on Sunday because like I mentioned, I tend to stress out about a lot of stuff. So I'm just going to put this here. I usually don't have a lot going on Sunday, so I'm able to like really fill up my Sunday with decoration and I don't really have to worry about it. The next thing I would like to put in is maybe like a quote or something over here, or maybe a quote down here, or a couple different quotes down here, just to decorate a bit more. So there's this one that I like. Let's see if there's anything else. Hopefully you can kind of see that, and I'm just again flipping through here again. See, and this is where it gets kind of complicated, is when you're almost done and you have everything up here and then you're just filling in these extra little parts. You know, there's like open space and all that stuff, and you still have leftover stickers, so it's a little bit complicated sometimes. So don't think that like if you start feeling overwhelmed or something like that, or like don't know where to put stuff, like I think that's completely normal. I definitely have issues with that, like when I'm planning. So I think it's all a process of like learning and getting better at this. So don't let that deter you from memory planning, like in the future, if you're feeling like you're not good at it or anything like that. Like really the most important thing is that you're getting things down onto paper and you're just, you know, documenting your week. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm sure when you look back on it, it's gonna look fine. I think we're all really critical of ourselves, but honestly, we shouldn't be, because it'll look fine regardless. The next thing I'll usually do is, once I have things like mostly laid out, is I will write in to these different sections like what I did or anything I want to remember. And sometimes I don't use up all the sections, or sometimes I just realize that I have more open space than I thought, and I'll just go back through and like add more stickers. So what I think I will do is, I envision that on Thursday I will probably not have, like, I won't have stuff to fill up this last section. So what I'm gonna do is I will add a sticker, like a quote sticker down here, because I already know my Thursday night was like empty. I really didn't do anything. So I do that, and it's okay if it goes onto the other page. I just try to crease it into like the center, and we should be all good. So then what I'll do is I'll try to find highlighters that match. Sometimes it's easier than others. I tend to, if I can't find things that match very well, I'll just use like a gray marker, which I might just end up doing this week too. And so I like to use either a mild liner, or sometimes I'll use like my Erin Condren markers, little highlighters, or the other good option are like S-note markers. And I'm not going to use this color, but it's just the one I had close to me. But I try to match, but I also don't want it to be too like overwhelming. So I think for this week, I'll just do simple gray. So then it lets kind of like the pictures and the stickers and everything stand out. And then the gray will just be the writing. So I think what I will do is I will do a little bit of writing, but I'm not going to do my entire spread. I feel like that'll be super boring for you guys. And honestly, it's just the last step. So I just go through and I like highlight the little sections that I want to write in and then fill those in. So let me just do Monday. I'll do like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then other than that, I'm not going to do the rest of the days. Just, I think it's going to be super boring for you guys. So let me get started on that, and I'll speed through it, but you can still see what I do. And then I will be right back and we can wrap up this video. Okay, so you can see that I have filled out some of this page, and I just need to fill out this bottom section. Like I mentioned, I do like some journaling, so I don't know if I will actually show me filling this out, but you can see I fill in the empty spaces with just some of the more notable things that happened. I'll be going through and doing the same over here. There will probably be some like empty space just because this whole day was interviews, so that's just like one thing to keep in mind. But overall, I think it ends up looking pretty good when you just kind of like sticker and then fill in the blanks with some information. The other option, and I was just thinking of this, so you can see here, is I did a little bit of different design where I just used stickers and I didn't actually like fill out any of the actual planner. I just wrote on the stickers because I had a couple things that went on this week, but it wasn't a whole lot. And I didn't have a lot of time to do like my spread. So this is another option where you just use the stickers themselves on the page and just place them where you need them to go. I did some journaling here. This is empty. I can always go back and fill this in with some extra stickers, but I just didn't have the time this week. So this is another option. So you can see that a lot of times I'll do it like this. Sometimes I'll do it like this. It's really just based on what I have going on and how much time I have to do my spread. So hopefully this was helpful. I know a lot of you guys asked me to do this type of video to show how I do my spreads. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm totally open to helping or giving suggestions or anything like that. Again, I am just a beginner. I'm not an expert at this whatsoever, so I know that I have a lot of room to improve. So if you have any suggestions for me, or like your favorite sticker books or anything that you use for memory planning that you enjoy, let me know, because I'm always looking for new fun things to try. I'll link to a lot of these things down below. For example, I have like a Sprocket, so I'll try and find that like on Amazon and link it down below. I'll link the washi tape that is in my Amazon shop as well. I'll try and find some of these color story happy planner books and link those on my Amazon shop so you can find them and buy them if you would like. I'll also have a link to the Passion Planner website if you are interested in buying a passion planner for memory planning. I do have a link that will get you a discount on your first purchase from Passion Planner. So if you are interested in any of that, that'll all be in the description box. But other than that, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.